All right, everybody, welcome to the Hackforms News Podcast, edition 426, podcast number one. We have recently begun the podcast again. Hydra has permitted the team of me, Nas, and Solza to take over the podcast. We are going to be having the podcast weekly where we talk about things going on in the news, things going on around Hackforms, and we have guests and we interview them towards the end. This week, we're not going to have a lot of news. Sadly, Solza couldn't make it to this podcast due to internet issues. Blame the Scottish fucks that limited his internet rate or something. I don't really know how that works. I'm not a big Scottish internet guy. But so this week, we're going to be having me, Thorns, Nas with us.
What's up, guys?
And then our guest this week is the Hackforms admin, a guy behind developing a lot of features on Hackforms, including the game and other important features like that, Xerotic.
Hey guys, how's it going?
So we're going to just start with something I would like to address since it's the first edition of the podcast. I went back and rewatched all the old 2015 podcasts, and the chemistry that podcast team had was amazing, and not at all. We're not trying to copy that podcast team. We're not trying to be like them. We're just trying to simply bring the podcast back. I don't think you can ever compare the team.
I love the song that they made before
yeah.
each podcast would begin.
Yeah, none of us can fucking sing, so
I don't know. We don't know about the other guy. Get the guests to sing.
Yeah.
No, not at all. I wish I could though.
I can't fucking sing for shit. We'll have a rap or something.
I'll take out my guitar, bro.
Yeah. What was this like? Hackforms is really some shit like that. I don't.
They were definitely drunk when they made that.
I think Clark made the song. Clark was like 16.
Yeah.
Clark was like 16 back then, so I don't know what the fuck he was drinking. I don't think Clark was a heavy drinker.
I'm sure he was funny though.
He was funny.
Yeah, he was a cool dude.
Clark was funny as fuck, dude. I watched the one podcast the other day where I don't remember who they had as a guest, but I know it was like Saturday, Clark, Grin, Yellows, and they would just sit like the beginning of the podcast was just like fucking 20 minutes. It was like a 44-minute podcast, and it was just 20 minutes of them roasting the fuck out of each other. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Saturday would roast your ass on the infamous group chat.
Yo.
Back then on the Skype group chat. I remember that.
Yeah, fuck Saturday. Just kidding.
He was a funny dude. Come on.
Yeah, hope you're doing well, Saturday. Hope you're doing well. Hope you finally married Lights and whatever the fuck happened with you, man. Hopefully you're doing well.
Oh, I forgot about Saturday and Lights too.
Dude.
Oh yeah, like
he used to like every time. Do you guys remember the post that you're listening to threads? So, like, every time around, like, I don't know, like 12 p.m., he would always post a fucking Lights song. And then, I don't know if you guys ever listened to Lights, but her music was shit. Yeah.
it wasn't that good, but he would, like, always give her credit. I remember that.
It was...
No, I remember I started listening to Lights, and I was like, okay, this isn't the worst thing, but it's not really my flavor.
Yeah, I would want to dig fucking spoons into my ears listening to that shit. I hated it. I was not a big fan.
Very loud.
It was not good music in my opinion. If you like Lights, you like Lights. That's all you. But Saturday liked her a little bit more than the average person. Kind of obsessed over her. I think he named his dog after her, which is kind of weird.
Don't let me start with you, Thorns. Right now, we're gonna have a roast party.
Chill.
I got you Saturday. Don't worry.
Hey, I posted an image in the chat. Does that ring any bells? We can post that with the podcast.
Oh no! Wait, let's see. I can. I'll put it on the screen right now. It's in the lounge. Let me give me a second. This is.
I think that's the picture he used for his avatar back
then. Oh
fuck!
Right? I can't see the lounge. I don't because they forgot to give me my tag. Wait, why can't I see the lounge? What the fuck?
Oh shit! I kind of fucked this up. Give me a second. Wait, I'm trying to. I'm kind of. Oh, here we go. Display capture. All right. So this is the picture that he's talking about. Which this is the artist Lights, and this was his profile picture for about 4 or 5 years, and this was the woman he was obsessed with.
I mean, I think she's pretty hot. Her music, it might be okay if you're tripping or something, but completely sober, it's a little too much to bear, I think.
Well, if you ever talk to Saturday, he was tripping constantly on life, man. The dude was
It's those tats, man. He told me he got a thing for those tats.
she looks like she's a big ass forehead underneath all those fucking bangs. So I'm not gonna lie, bro. Look at that shit. But anyway,
That is gonna fuck you up. He's gonna fuck you up, bro.
dude, I haven't heard from Saturday in like
He's
5
coming after
years.
you.
I haven't heard from Saturday in 5 years. What's he?
You're definitely gonna hear about him next week.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna give me a phone call after this. But anyway, back on the podcast theme. Yeah, like I was saying before we got distracted. We're not at all trying to be like the other team. We're not trying to mimic them. We're not trying to put ourselves out there and try to act like them. But I can guarantee we're gonna be better than the one fucking podcast Orchard did, because that shit was absolutely awful. That shit was absolutely.
No, that was pretty bad.
That shit was absolutely atrocious. Jesus.
Yeah, there's been a bunch of big hits and misses over the years with podcasts and interviews and all sorts of different concepts. And some have been really, really cool, but some have just sucked ass.
That's kind of
you gotta have the flavor. That's the thing. You know what I mean? You can't be too boring, and you can't be too
over.
fucking around.
Yeah, too overzealous. You know, I think that's like the perfect microcosm for Hackform's groups, though. You know, some of them have been good. The other, you know, if they're good, they're good. If they're bad, they're really fucking bad. I think that's how it goes.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
I mean, speaking of Hackform's groups, I got promoted to leader of Samaritan's Gaming Sector. Go apply on my thread, UID 1992268.
What are you planning on doing for the gaming sector?
Fuck, I have no idea. I have no fucking idea, dude. I want to do a lot, but it's so limited in truly what you can do, really, because it's all about your user base and how much they are willing to give, you know, how much they're willing to contribute to the group. And so if I don't have the right members, I can't provide the right sort of, you know, content to the group and to Hackforms that I would like.
I enjoyed those like game nights.
Yeah, I want to do game nights. That's what I want to do. I want to do game nights. I was thinking about maybe hosting some tournaments, maybe
Hey, and now that bits or bytes, whatever you
that's
pronounce it, is a thing, you know, maybe you could offer that instead.
Yeah, tournaments for bytes.
Like a winning.
Scratch cards are you can do all sorts of random stuff. You can transfer scratch cards between accounts.
Yeah, but
Oh yeah, that too.
I'm poor right now, so
it's all right. That's what the group is for.
Right. No, I actually talking about gaming tournaments. I actually wanted to host a Transfer Mice one. If you remember that game,
nobody plays
Yeah,
that fucking game anymore, bro. That's like 2014.
They will after this tournament. They will after this tournament.
That's the point. I hopped on the website and it's still kicking. People still play that daily. It's wild.
This motherfucker just wants to rig it for himself because he's the only person that spends time on that game anymore.
He's been training for like 6 years for this moment.
Yeah, dude's been out here fucking like working out his fingers and shit for a Transfer Mice fucking thing.
Yeah, once everybody forgot about it, I was like, perfect. In 5 years, I'm gonna make the comeback.
I'm gonna make a tournament, and then they're gonna fucking regret it now. Watch.
See you on E-League Transfer Mice, Xerotic.
I'm gonna get rich on Transfer Mice. That's right.
Oh my god, that fucking Transfer Mice was a fucking
No, I just wanted a bunch of people to play with again, just for one tournament, you know. And I was gonna offer maybe some scratch cards and some bite prize.
Do you remember the fucking Empire? The Empire, that's all they would fucking do is play Transfer Mice.
Yeah, we first started playing on HF back in like 2011, and it lasted for years.
It was that and Tiny Chat. That was like the two big things back then.
Yeah, if you weren't showing your dick on Tiny Chat at night and then playing Transfer Mice in the day on Hackforms, what the fuck are you doing?
That sums up Hackforms back then pretty well.
Yeah, for all you new members, that's what Hackforms was from 2011 to 2016. Dick, Tiny Chat, and Transfer Mice.
Exactly.
A lot of random stuff in between too. A lot of wild stuff.
Yeah. Groups were pretty fun back then. They still are fun. I
There
don't.
was so much drama revolving up like around groups every single day. I remember that. Now it seems like
Yeah, now there's no
flying
fucking
high.
drama, bro.
Oh, Hackercraft too. Don't forget Hackercraft. Come on.
Hacker. Yeah, there's fucking Hackercraft was back in the days. Man, I feel bad. Xerotic, what the fuck, bro? Bring all this shit back. I feel bad for the new members. They never get to experience a true hack forms experience, man.
Hackcraft was dope. It was a fun.
Yeah.
It was like a fun game.
Yeah, till fucking Sam and Morchid TP'd everybody into all our fucking bases for money and fucked us.
We can't talk about that.
Yeah.
We can't talk about that.
I actually, somebody made a scam report against me back in the Hackercraft days because we were in enemy factions. I think they were in Terror or whatever. I don't remember what they were called, but we were like complete adversaries, and he wanted some bones or something. No, he wanted obsidian, and I wanted bones. So I said, all right, well, meet me outside of the main spawn area. We'll go outside, and then we can do our trade.
Did you fucking kill him?
No, I didn't. He dropped the bones for me, and I was like, great. So I picked them up, and then I just TP home.
Yo, you were a fucking scammer, bro.
You
What
fucking
the
scammed
fuck?
him.
You
You
fucking
fucking
scammed
scammed
him.
Poor guy.
I
He
was
worked
like-
so hard.
Killing all those skeletons and everything. But I was like, dude, we are literally like the most enemy factions that you could be in Hackercraft right now.
What faction were you
Why
in?
would you trust me? I don't remember, but all I
I don't
remember is
remember
that
seeing
we were
you.
complete. That thread is still around. Steve likes laughing about it because I don't know.
That's
it was
fucking
funny.
hilarious.
That is fucking hilarious.
We're gonna pull that thread up. Now
Listen.
everyone's gonna pull that thread up.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
hilarious. It's so funny.
I'll
Omni closed the thread and he was like, "It's a game. Just play it."
I'm gonna link it in the news chat.
Yeah.
You try to expose Xerotic.
Yeah, I'm
I-
gonna expose him.
I exposed myself.
Why didn't you just fucking kill him? I would have.
I
would
I
have.
wasn't like-
him.
I
would've
the
killed him and
best at
took all his
PvP.
shit.
Yeah, I would have just killed.
He would have
his ass.
died. This Xerotic would have ended up dying, man.
I was better setting up traps and like coming up with ploys and stuff rather than straight up PvP.
Yeah, no, I would have just fucking killed them back in the day. We used to just fucking kill people all the time. Like all the members, we were in the Infamous group, and then
Yo, shout out to the Infamous faction.
shout out
real
to
quick.
Infamous faction, man. That's real shit. Shout out to never mind. Shout out to Morchid. Oh, shout out to Omni spawning a wither in our base early in the morning after me and Nas pulled an all-nighter.
Oh, and THL. He was
Yeah.
on-
Oh yeah, me, THL, and Nas pulled an all-nighter, building a new fucking base. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning or some shit. It's like really fucking early. We spent probably 100,000 in-game fucking money getting the obsidian, getting all the cool shit for the base. We had our own fucking rooms, dude. I remember we had everybody in the faction room.
Yo, THL had the most pimped out room.
Yeah.
I remember that. He had like cloud, like
gold blocks on the floor and shit. Which, you know, if any of you guys know the Hackers Love is who's THL is referring to, he didn't pay for that shit. He didn't pay for that shit.
we worked our asses off for it.
Me and fucking Nas paid for that shit. But you know what? It was cool. But
And then Omni woke up,
yeah.
just fucking
Omni woke
TP to
up.
us.
Yeah. Omni's morning coffee is teleporting to our fucking base and blowing up something we worked literally probably like 8 hours on in the middle of the fucking night. So shout out to Omni for fucking us up like that.
Honestly, it was nice rebuilding it though.
And then his reconciling for destroying our base was like a stack of diamonds.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah, he
remember
gave
that.
us a stack of diamonds.
and we all split it. we all
Yeah,
split it.
we split it. We split the stack of diamonds, okay? But I think diamonds sold for like $200 per diamond. The base cost us $100,000. We were like,
Yeah.
we were pissed. Good fucking
Right.
times, man.
It was good times.
I never scammed anybody for bones or obsidian. Or
You
anything,
linked
man.
the
Yeah, I
scare-
liked it.
the scare-
Wait, let me open this.
It was in the Minecraft section too. I guess maybe I was in Terror. I don't quite remember. It was back in 2012 in the first Hackercraft.
It's a game. Shut the fuck up and play.
Scam-
Yo,
yeah,
that's the
scam-
most Omni response you could get.
Scammed by Xerotic FTW in Terra. 5 stacks of bones for 32 obsidian. Let's see your
Thanks-
response.
Thanks for the bones, dude. Next time I'll kill
I'll
you too.
Oh yeah, I was savage in that thread. It was so fun.
And then you have cool. So now people know smiley face. Was it?
I posted a lot of replies.
Yeah.
It's a game. Shut the fuck up and play. That's the supreme leader right there. Yeah, man, that's fucking good fucking times, man. Orgy
Yo,
posts
I had
in this.
trust issues TPing people onto me.
Oh yeah,
Back
bro.
on Hackcraft. I know people like change their names or some shit. I
Yeah,
did not want to take a chance.
They used to change their fucking nicknames and act like they were your fucking your faction member and
Yeah.
teleport to you. Fucking Hackercraft was fucked. And then after the second Hackercraft, I was moderator on it. And
Were you really? I don't remember.
I was moderator on the second Hackercraft. And then the third Hackercraft I was admin on. And the second Hackercraft was owned by a guy named Inaudible Peach.
Oh, that's bullshit. That's not like owned by Omni though. I wouldn't even call that him.
I mean, it was, it was branded by
That was
Omni.
that was like when Omni gave down like the
Yeah,
name.
Yeah. So anyway, I was mod on that, and everybody. That's when the Blue Award came out. For those who don't know, and Inaudible Peach had a thing when he owned the server of leaving for about 3 months and not coming back, and so every day I would log on to Hackercraft, have about 6 messages about motherfuckers not getting the award, pissed off at me, neg repping me on HF. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't ask for this shit, man.
No, that's how it goes, man. You get any type of HF power or anything, and
Yeah.
people get mad at.
I know.
And the bright side, now it's popularity. So
Yeah.
so now it means shit, which is good.
Shout out to Hackercraft, man.
So what's up with the HF news this week though?
All right, so not a lot of news this week, so that's why we're going on a fucking tangent about Hackercraft and shit. But obviously, we brought Xerotic in here, so we want to talk about some of the new implemented things into HF. So first off, let's start with the game, man. The big fucking one. Let's talk about the game. Go ahead, tell us about the game, Xerotic. The fucking game, man.
Mafia Wars 2.1.
Yeah.
It sort of has that feel to it, you know, where you slowly upgrade over time. It's not really big or animated or anything, but
It's text based.
yeah, it's all text based and a couple of images, all that stuff. And it all stemmed from last fall, back in like October, November. Omni bought a site called hackerforever.com. And that's the game where we're sourcing some of the ideas from, but it's completely rewritten. We're doing it in our own image that we want to do. And basically, it's going to be a way for you to spend bytes. You're going to be able to, you know, compete against other users, hacky other users, like in game. Obviously, you aren't hacking in real life. We aren't showing you how to hack someone. But it's going to be real cool once you're able to like invade an enemy crew's vault and like take some.
Ooh, what?
Yeah.
Ooh, go ahead.
That's actually really fucking cool.
Yeah, that's fucking sick.
Yeah. So it's like right now it's obviously real basic. We just started developing it, and we actually have an update. I'm not sure when this podcast is going to be aired, but the next update might be already out by the time this podcast is online.
Oh yeah, good.
So it must be soon.
Yeah. Hopefully tomorrow.
Oh, that's cool.
Tomorrow being February 25th for those viewers. So we don't know when the news is actually going to be posted yet because, you know, there's a lot of Hydra just getting back and then things like that. So, but yeah, if the update that Xerotic is currently talking about will be the 25th of February as of right now, hopefully. Yeah, correct.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah. And this next update, it's not like we're going to introduce a bunch of the PvP or anything yet. It's mainly we are expanding upon the battery, like the power center. Right now, the battery just drains and it refills slowly. You're going to be able to buy items from the shop to recharge it. You're going to be able to buy items to increase your battery capacity, the charge rate, stuff like that.
So quality of life like updates.
Yeah, to make it so you can, like, if you want to, you can invest money back into the game so you can keep playing more often, stuff like that. Then the update after that, we're hoping to have actual PvP where you can start attacking other members. That's when it's going to get wild, I think.
That's when it's gonna be fucking drama like it used to be, bro. That's what it's.
It reminds me of Mafia Wars, like back on MySpace days. Like every single day you wake up seeing if you got attacked. Is
Yeah,
that like what we?
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wake up, you it's not like you're going to be sitting in front of the screen for 8 hours straight playing, the HF
Yeah.
game or anything. It's you get online, you wake up in the morning, you check your stuff, your battery's full again, you do some jobs, do some hacks, put up your firewalls and stuff again, see if you're attacked. And then you deplete your battery and then a few hours later it's charged up again, so you hop back on, check out all your stuff, see how everything's going, so on and so forth.
Make
So
some bites as
this is
well.
something that I for those who don't know, I came back to HF after taking 2 years break about a week ago, 2 weeks ago. I logged back in line, and there's a fucking game on hack forums. I'm like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck are bytes? What the fuck is this game? And then I have no idea what the fuck's going on. People are asking me about fucking bytes and shit. It's crazy. But what I really like about the game, and then this is what I've gotten from it, Xerotic, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but the game was made. This is not something that is supposed to keep you on hack forums, but this is something that gives you more incentive to come back and actually browse the forums. And so, like, when you're waiting for your batteries to recharge or to do another hack, etc., you can browse the forum, and this is something that gives you something to do, on the forum. It's not actually something. It wasn't implemented as the main reason for you to come to HF every day. This is something to add to your forum experience, and this is something to better the forum experience for the current members.
Right, for now, but depending on how large the game grows, it could easily flip. It could be that there's so much to do in the game so often that you might be coming to HF just to play
For the
the game
game.
and then
Yeah.
browsing and posting as like, a side thing.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think it's.
We're
Go ahead. Go ahead.
we're really hoping it's gonna help out the byte economy too, because right now there's not a lot of places you can sink your bytes into where they're gone for good. Gambling right now is actually about pretty even. The house doesn't make any money, and it doesn't really lose money either. The odds bring it out to about even for payouts versus money taken in. You can pay bytes to rent out somebody's signature. You can pay bytes to buy somebody's award. But this, you're going to be able to sink bytes into the game and keep playing the game if you want.
More like an investment. Also, there's the investment game as well.
Oh
Like the
yeah, yeah,
stocks.
yeah. There's a crypto game too where you can use bytes. I think they're worth what, a penny
Yeah.
in the
Like
game.
around there, around there.
In the crypto game, they're worth a penny, and you can pretend like you're playing. It's like the stock market game, except for cryptocurrency, and you use bytes.
Honestly, I'm still playing that game. I think it's like one of the best features on there. I'm sure not a lot of people like are aware of it still, but like it's probably one of the like most
What?
fun you can get off out of all the byte systems that there is right now.
I
Currently
think it's super important because we have the money tab, and then under that the cryptocurrency section. Cryptocurrency and hack forums is huge. Like there's so much members, especially in the 2017 boom, who made a lot of money because they're on HF and learned about crypto, and just a lot of crypto discussion. So if somebody wants to get into crypto without actually spending money, they can use our crypto game to sort of test the waters.
Yeah, and it makes you understand how it actually works before you actually like go out and spend actual money on it. You know?
So I haven't
Right.
really touched either the cryptocurrency exchange game or the actual game. I just play my blackjack, and I don't know about how the house and the player are even, but I get fucked a lot in that. So
I lost so
well,
much. I lost so much off of that game.
yeah, I get fucked a lot in that. So
Well, there's a difference between a natural blackjack and if you get blackjack and just the two cards you're dealt, that's better than if you're to get blackjack with 3, 4, 5, 6 cards.
yeah, yeah. But speaking about the bytes and making bytes, our friend Invis won the lottery, won the
Yeah.
bytes lottery.
That dude is the luckiest I've ever seen.
That
with
he's the
bytes.
luckiest one in my life. Listen, I've known this man for 6 years, and he's the luckiest fucking dude I've ever seen.
Yo,
in my life.
Invis, do not forget me, dude.
Yeah, don't forget me when you blow up.
My
Chief.
donation button is still open. You can go right ahead.
Like back in summertime in July, we released the Ace of Spades award, and when you buy the Ace of Spades award, you get a random amount of bytes between 100 and 1,000. And Invis bought it, and he got
Like 900 cents.
997.
Yeah.
So
He
three
was-
less than the max. And back then, like 997, that was a lot of bytes.
Yeah,
Well,
it was.
so
I remember looking at it as like his bite history. I'm like, damn, this dude must be like one lucky motherfucker.
well,
Omni rigged the system for him.
no, nothing's rigged.
Obviously, I'm
Nothing's
just
rigged.
like,
Yeah, but so from this lottery, he won 96,007 bytes.
Yeah,
he's
that's
chilling.
That's
He's fucking chilling.
that's crazy.
That's the highest amount I think ever given during a lottery. If I'm
Yeah,
not
I'm pretty
mistaken.
sure it is. You can browse all the closed ones, but I'm almost certain that it is.
I have 175 bytes. So Matt, you know, like Nas said, hook a brother up. You know, hook a
Yeah,
brother.
he got the big hit on that. I bought 10 tickets, which was a max as well, but
Luckiest motherfucker I know in my life.
Well, speaking of bytes, I saw there was a post on HF by Omni about splitting the byte economy by half. Is that still going to go on? Sorry?
as of right now, no, it's not going to. We're exploring other options. A big thing is the main goal of it isn't just to reduce the bytes that are in existence; it's to combat potential inflation. Because if the price of bytes continuously goes down, then the price of everything on HF needs to be adjusted. The cost of the scratch cards and anything that you can pay bytes for, we have to adjust the prices for that, which it just becomes annoying to have to do that every few months. So combating inflation is going to be a lot easier.
Yeah. That's because the price of bytes are like dropping horribly. From last I
Well,
checked.
yeah,
Apparently.
they aren't on an uptrend because there's not really too much you can spend bytes on. Like I mentioned before, you can use the award market, use the crypto game, and buy signatures. And that's one of the big reasons that the game is going to help a lot is because most likely, from what I think it's going to work out to be, is that instead of earning bytes through the game, I think more people are going to be using their
Spending.
bytes to get further in the game. So they're going to earn
It's like
bytes on the forum, put them into the game so they can buy items, buy tools, buy firewalls, servers, and
battery
uh, yeah,
refills. So,
battery refills, all that type of stuff.
Yeah,
gotcha.
I think it was a great idea. At first, I was kind of confused about it. What's the point? And then the more that I've read about it, and the more that I've talked to members about it, and the more that I've talked to you about it, obviously Xerotic, the more I'm intrigued by it, and the more I think it's a good idea. It's
So this game in context could like combat the inflation for bytes.
yeah,
Right, and
Right? Yeah.
that's the big goal. And I really think it will. I mean, we wouldn't be doing it if we didn't think it'd be
Yeah.
helpful.
Of course. I still think a lot of people are playing it, even though it's not like fully made yet.
Yeah,
The game.
Mr. Robot crunched the numbers and he came out to decide that the 21%, according to him, the 21% small hack job is the best one to do. And he is the highest level right now. I think he was like level 15 last time I checked. And
Jesus.
so, yeah, 12, 15, something like that. But I mean, all that stuff's going to be adjusted and I'll probably work out a better formula. So no matter what percentage you do, it's all going to come out to be about the same value, no matter
Is
what.
is the game going to be reset like on the official release of it, or are you going to keep the profiles and levels?
We are going to reset it. And that's probably, we're going to reset it most likely once we allow bytes to be converted into in-game cat.
okay. Who is the team that figured out the post formula, like
I think
the prestige formula? Because
I think it was him.
That Yeah, that was
That was
me
that
and
That
was
was
Steve.
that was
yeah.
him.
It was like you and X Adam, right?
No, it was me
No,
and
Steve.
Steve who figured out the first prestige formula.
Oh
Uh,
fuck.
that was back in 2016.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You got
I-
the award for it. I remember.
Yeah, Steve and I both got the Mad Scientist Award for that, and we posted a really huge, in-depth explanation of how we did it, how you can figure it out in the future if it's changed and all that. So Omni did change it in December 2017. Steve and I started cracking it, and we were a couple hours away, and then X Adam XK, Bowman Bot, and Machiavelli's just one other person. I'm not 100% sure who they finished it before we did. It sort of sucked. It was bad timing. It was right over Christmas, so Steve and I took like a 3-day break, And when we finally got back to it, like we were beaten by just a couple hours.
You guys should still be proud. You guys got it the first
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
I remember back then everyone thought it was like a myth if you could get it. Like
right.
everyone tried figuring it out. It was like so funny back then.
Well,
People have been trying for years, and finally, like Steve was like, "Hey, why hasn't anyone ever gotten this?" And Steve wasn't like a huge member back then either. So now he's staff. He was known for like his decorated awards before other people started doing it and all that. Um, and I was like, I don't know. Like we never really just sat down and tried to figure it out. So we were like, all right, well, let's just solve it and show everyone how to do it. We were like, all right, I mean, seems reasonable. It's just a formula. It's not impossible.
yeah. Well, the point I was gonna make about that is I'm gonna have you motherfuckers working on my game. I'm gonna have you guys doing the shit on my game. Well, obviously I can't have you because but
Right. I mean, well, we're both computer people, and Steve also has a degree in mathematics. So just the concepts are all there, and it wasn't really too hard. It was more just finding the right members at the perfect time. The hardest value to find for the prestige formula was how much online time contributed
post,
towards it.
right?
Yeah, post wasn't
post.
too bad, but online time, like if you're online, that's always changing, that's always incrementing. Like you can't just wait for someone to make a post and see if they go up a prestige because they also went up in online time. So that one just like it fucked up all the other values because you're always getting online time.
And I'm looking at your thread now for it. I love how you and Steve like split it halfway through. Like you put the first half and he put the first half and then you put the second half.
Yeah, we work together on a lot of stuff.
yeah. Well, I have a semester of gen eds done into community college, so fuck you guys.
But did you crack the prestige
No,
formula? Then you should not be talking, Thorns.
Yeah,
That
but
was, that was just a fun thing to do. We were finally like, you know what, fuck it. We're just gonna fucking do it, and no one's gonna stop us.
Yeah, but are you an NHL draft prospect for the Boston Bruins? that drives a Corvette. I don't think so. That's a fucking old meme.
Yeah.
But so back on the the last bit of user news we're really gonna talk about, which is overall the last news is congratulations to Flavoral. I guess that's how you pronounce your fucking username, brother. I don't know if you read the news or watch this. Tell me how you pronounce your shit. But he got the Militant and the OmniFace Award, so congrats to you, brother.
Dude, he got Omni on his profile. It does not get better than that.
Yeah,
face him.
Yeah, you got Omni and a fucking grenade on your profile, brother. So
Yeah, there's only 4 Omni faces out there. 2 are on Omni's account, 1 is on Invis, and then the other one on Flavor. What's this mean is the award description.
I have no fucking you tell us, Xerotic. What the fuck does that mean?
I have no idea, man.
You better start cracking it.
You better start. You and Steve better get that shit cracking right there, bro.
What's this mean? I mean, not giving me a whole lot to go by.
Yeah.
No, you got the No Guts, No Glory too from the military.
Yeah, there you go. No guts, no glory. What does this mean? Figure that shit out. Crack that shit.
Yeah, he got them both at the same time, so it's sort of like, what happened? I'm looking at his threads now, and I don't know. There's things you can guess at, but hey, look.
Either way, I know Omni is always fair, like when giving awards. So I'm pretty sure you earned it.
Yeah. Besides when I didn't get my Flamer award.
Yeah, it's because you're trash at flaming. Thorns, let's be honest here.
Yeah, come at me in 2015 and say that shit. Back when there was no fucking rules, all bar none, brother.
All right, so is that the last set of news?
Well, yeah, but we're also gonna while Xerotic is on the podcast, we have a few questions for him, and then another big thing I want to talk about, which is relatively one of the largest changes we actually have had on hack forms, involving one of the biggest, parts of hack forms are these contracts. I don't know much about them. I've never been in the marketplace. Tried to make it.
I know starting March 1st, now old deals on HF is gonna be. You're gonna have to have a contract needed.
Yeah. I was reading the thread. I tried to get fucking $60 BTC the other day. It denied me like 5 times. Couldn't figure out the contract. Eventually figured it out and then fucking spent my money anyway. But
I thought it was designed to be dummy proof though.
Well, I'm
That's
Thorns. I'm Thorns, so.
When contracts first released, it was actually a lot more difficult. It's sort of a pain in the ass. Like you would start the contract, send it to the other person, then they could, instead of just approving it or denying it, they could add their terms, and then the first person needed to reapprove it. If they changed their terms, they unapproved the other side's vote. It was a really sort of a complicated mess. Now it's fairly straightforward. You write a contract out, you send it to a user, they either accept it or deny it. If they accept it, you do the deal, and then mark it as complete and leave a rating.
And now you're gonna have the option to put a middleman as well, since
Yes,
all deals
yeah,
are gonna be
right.
required for it now.
You do have a option to put a middleman, and we just released on what is it, February 16th, a bunch of updates to make the March 1st transition a lot smoother.
I like the automatic B rating. I thought that was like a well needed feature, and now
Yeah,
because like most sites like that have a like a contract system, like let's say eBay, they do I believe they do the same thing after like 30 days.
yeah,
You
coin payments does as well.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just sort of, the logical conclusion is if somebody doesn't leave a negative rating or dispute a payment, then chances are it
It
should
probably
be a
went well.
positive experience.
So a question I have, because back this is like I've been around for a while, and this was never something that was ever like even thought of, was contracts in the marketplace. What brought up
Well, no,
what?
I
Go
I
ahead.
believe Omni wanted it before. Like
Yeah,
Yeah,
he had it planned for like so long, but I don't think he had like enough time
it
to
was a
do it
vouch
since he
system.
was
yeah,
the
the
vouch
vouch
system.
system. Yeah, that it wasn't actually contracts. It was a vouch system. What brings what? Why now? Why bring this change now?
Well, he's wanted it forever, but it's such a huge, massive project. As of right now, I think it's the biggest, like most code wise plugin that I've written for HF. Hopefully, the game becomes bigger, but it just took so much incredible work. Like I've spent a lot of work on contracts, writing code and testing, debugging, and everything. And Omni, he has a family and all that stuff, and it's just a matter of time, having time to sit down and write all that code.
Well, you did a really good job
Yeah, it
so
was.
far, and I'm sure it'll like keep getting better.
Yeah,
Uh,
for sure.
what I love the most about it is that it stops people from getting scammed. Hopefully, fingers crossed, because now you could see if someone doesn't have good deals going on. He's probably not someone that you want to deal with.
Yeah,
Uh,
I don't know if it'll personally, because scamming is always going to be around. It's obviously going to reduce scamming, but also I think this is better. But this is better evidence and makes scam reports a lot easier to read and understand for
Right.
members.
so after a deal dispute has been made, there's automatically a scam report being generated. Correct?
Correct. Now, when you dispute a contract in the contract system, it automatically posts a thread in the due dispute forum. And when you resolve the contract in the contract system, it'll close that thread and for.
So I have a question. Like, usually there's like PMs and stuff. People are able to still like reply on those deal disputes, right? Like with those pictures and stuff, like evidence, I guess.
Yeah, the deal dispute thread is open for anyone to post
Okay,
in.
I got you. All right.
Yeah.
Uh,
And yeah, and the thing is too, it's like people are always saying, "Oh, hack forums is that place where you go to get scammed." And I'm looking at it right now, and anyone can see this. Just since all you can still see all the contracts that have been created. Um, we're on contract ID 27,556. Not all of them have been accepted and done as a deal, but that's 27,000 contracts made, and there have been 696 disputes made. That's
which is
not that
amazing.
many. That's not
Uh,
many.
could you see how many of them were resolved, like closed threads for him, or no?
Uh,
Because I think that would be like a good like number to include as well, if you're able to do
not.
it.
I didn't build any stats page for that yet. I should actually do that.
Like see if a thread is closed. If a thread is closed, it's probably resolved, right?
Well, not necessarily.
What about if you actually implemented a resolved a resolved button on the thread? We're both.
Well, that's the point is that you do that in the contract system now. You resolve the contract, it automatically
Oh, okay.
closes the thread. So the thread
Okay.
is just a
Okay. Yeah.
tool to help the contract system now.
All right. Excuse my ignorance. So yeah,
Oh, you're
I
good.
I've never fucking used the marketplace. I sold Minecraft alts for $1 back in
Right.
2013. Then I
Wow.
had a fucking $5 scam report on me. That was
But
it.
another important thing too, if you're into the market stuff, is the paid stickies. They're all automated now. You don't have to PM Omni. It's 100% automated. super helpful. You pick the thread, you pick the forum, gives you an estimated time until it's stuck. You pay the coin payments through BTC, Ethereum, whatever, and then it can get queued. And if there's no spots available, it gets queued. And then once the spot's available, it instantly gets stuck.
Yeah, shout out to
Yeah, it was an awesome. I bought a sticky like 2 weeks ago. It went perfectly smooth. I remember buying stickies back then from Omni. I remember like the wait time till Omni gets to see the PM and stuff.
It was a long fucking time.
Yeah, it was pretty random. I think back then, like if you were just sort of a brand member, like sort of getting a sticky might be a little harder. But now you can literally join the site and stick a thread if you wanted. So easy.
Yeah, I like that Omni has at the top now instead of having to post this thread as a paid sticky until blank blank. Hackforms is not
right
because he used to have to like, I don't know if he manually did it, but he used to have to copy and paste, that message at the end of every sticky he makes,
He manually did stickies 100%. He manually stuck them, unstuck them, made that post. Everything was 100% manual, and then it just went to 100% automatic.
I believe that the what's it called, the ads on HF for like regular members is also automated now.
Yeah, I just automated that I think in December. So now you can do automated ad purchases. And one cool thing, I was able to get our ads unblocked from ad block plugins.
That's awesome.
Yes. So more people are likely to see them. I mean, of course, anyone can always manually like block an element on any web page, and obviously no way to fight that.
That's going through the trouble though. You know what I mean? Like if you're a regular user and you go on HF, most it won't be blocked.
Yeah,
that's a great source of advertisement.
Yeah,
right
you're fucking lazy. If you're, I wouldn't be fucking. I wouldn't.
Right.
Yeah.
So now if you go to buyads.php, you can, you can manage your ads, create a new ad, and it's a real simple process too. You submit an image and a link, and then Omni is able to go through them all. He can approve or deny it. And once an image and a link combination is approved, you can keep buying an ad for that forever into the future.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Speaking on the stickies, I'd just like to give a shout out to the member YouTube for buying a sticky in the lounge for how you subscribe to PewDiePie. Don't know how much a sticky in the lounge costs, but shout out.
It can be checked in the buy. Was it buy stickies?
Yeah, buy stickies, I believe.
Buy sticky form the lounge. Let's
see. So when's your next
$30. Shout out for you for spending $30.
That's not bad for a lounge sticky, and lounge is like one of the most popular fucking subforms.
I remember server stress testing used to be hella expensive to buy a sticky in there.
Wait, but the thing is, though, how long has this thread been stickied? Because Omni doesn't make the post anymore, but StickyBot does.
Yeah. Until
it was only. Okay, he only did 1 week, but still, that's funny.
That's funny, yeah.
That's hilarious.
Shout out to that.
And you can sort of see too that the sticky system's working well, because StickyBot had 0 posts when we implemented this plugin, and he has over 2,000 now. So people are using the plugin.
Yeah.
Good. It's a good fucking good shit, man.
Time saver. That's the main thing.
That makes you and Omni work on more things, like the game.
Right. Instead of just doing grunt work, we can actually focus on making new stuff instead of just like, handling sticky payments. Obviously, stickies are super, super important, but it's such a time hassle to manage them.
Yeah. It really was, man. It took a lot away, and then you got to think about like when he PM'd Omni, you'd have a lot of his PMs that he would probably receive daily were stickies. So it also frees up his PMs to be interacting with more members regarding site questions, things like that. So it's a really good implementation. Hackforms has really has changed since I joined, and then since I left and then came back. It's really a different place now, and I think it's for the better, honestly.
It's becoming more modern, I would say.
Yeah, it's not old school anymore. There's not,
Yeah, I'm super excited about this mobile theme too. Like it's so nice now. It's so much easier to browse HF.
Yeah.
Yes. you know, you don't realize how important it was until like you remember how it felt.
cancer it was.
Yeah.
Oh my
Like
god.
the thing is, it was so difficult to browse because if you're used to a website, of course you can navigate it easily, but you're always pinching the screen and zooming in,
Constantly
zooming
zooming
back
in,
out
zooming
to scroll, pinch, unpinch,
accidentally clicking
swipe
the wrong
across.
button. Accidentally clicking the wrong button and stuff.
Yeah,
Right.
I remember being at school and fucking being on HF back in the old days, and the fucking mobile was like I'd have to pull out a fucking magnifying glass to read some of the threads. But
Right,
yeah,
now you can just scroll.
but
And
yeah,
I love the new theme too. Like I love the new background that you guys just changed as well.
yeah, it
Yeah,
looks good.
yeah. It was the old purple background,
Yeah,
yeah.
the modern purple theme. So
it looks a lot better now.
Bring back
Better
modern.
than it being black, I believe.
Bring back
Yeah.
modern blue.
yeah, modern blue. Actually, I mean, that's it's
I
not
find
it's not a bad idea
It's
because
not. It's
personally,
not a bad idea, huh?
I use modern blue back in the day over modern
Yeah.
purple.
Yeah,
I-
so did I.
I thought modern blue was the standard.
No, modern purple was the standard.
Oh, it was the standard.
Maybe modern blue was eventually made the standard. I'm not sure, but all I know is that I preferred modern blue back then,
I also.
and
prefer
I would not be opposed into making a blue version of the current theme. I think that'd be really really
So do I. Yeah, I think that'd be a great implementation because I always enjoyed modern blue, especially during at night. I always preferred to have like a brighter tone theme, to be viewing, just because it was just more. I don't know, it just kept me awake, I guess.
HF is real easy to look at right now. Like I use Flux, so my monitor dims as the
Oh,
night goes on.
yeah.
But without it, like if I go on Facebook, I'm just blinded. But on HF, I can open it
Nah.
up, and it doesn't hurt my eyes.
You fucked up by just going on Facebook. So
Yeah, that's
you
the real
did-
talk.
Right.
Why the fuck are you using Facebook?
You know, that was my first example of super like
20 fucking
bright
19.
white site. I don't
Should've
use
said-
Reddit or anything like that. You
Should have
know,
said YouTube or something.
Yeah, Xerotic's gonna come at us fucking next month. and he's
YouTube
gonna be
Dark.
like-
YouTube
yeah.
Dark, man.
Oh yeah, YouTube Dark's good. Xerotic's gonna come at us next month and be like, yeah, if you guys need to contact me for HF shit, hit me up on MySpace.
Yeah, man.
Hit me up on my MySpace /Xerotic HF.
Didn't MySpace make a comeback? You guys don't have an account?
Fuck no.
Justin Timberlake bought it, didn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
From the last I heard.
yeah. Fuck that.
I don't know, man. But it looks
So-
like it's mainly just for like musicians or something like that.
Yeah. Well, you know, there's like 10 people left in the world that still have a MySpace account and still check it every day. Just normal ass fucking people.
And Tom is definitely one of them.
Yeah.
Tom is the-
He just logs in every day and keeps posting like nothing changed.
Dude, I never had a MySpace.
What?
I never.
Dude,
I
remember.
Dude,
I did
Tom
only
was
for
Tom was
Mafia
the
Wars.
only
He
friend.
was the
Yeah, me
owner,
too.
yeah.
Dude, I remember waking up every night, every morning, just seeing I got attacked, so I could get fucking angry. I always
Dude,
wanted to break my screen.
I had.
No,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, Tom. I had like Tom and like a couple other people I play Mafia Wars with. Otherwise, there's no friends. I
Dude,
just use it for Mafia.
I had.
Did you have a hooked up profile?
What's that?
Did you have a hooked up profile? Like the music playing and shit?
No, I just got on. I just played Mafia Wars. That's it. I didn't do anything fancy.
I got you.
Dude, I had a Hackforms account before I had any social media account. That's how like my internet experience of like communicating with other people was straight into the fucking fire with Hackforms, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you get on the internet and you're just like, hey, all right, hack form. When do you join?
2013.
Oh boy, man! If
You're
that's
so-
the first thing you experience,
Yeah.
like on the internet for like long-term social interaction, Hackforms 2013, it was the
It
wild,
was
wild west
bad,
back
bro.
then.
Yeah, dude, I was 13 years old, and I was thrown into it, bro. I was invited to groups. Like I had rep and everything. I was thrown into the job. I was 13. I told people I was 18, and I remember back in 2016, somebody like finally like exposed me. They're like, dude, you've been 18 for the last like 4 fucking years. And I was like, well, shit, he got my ass.
He constantly changes birthday in his profile.
Bro, yeah, dude. Well, how they fucking exposed me was group applications.
Oh,
Someone linked all my group applications from like 4 years and was like, bro, you've been 18 for 4 fucking years. And I was like, eventually I was like, and then there's a before.
Fuck it, I'm actually 13, guys. My
But
fault.
no, I was 16 at the time because I turned 19 in 2 months, so I'm 18 right now. But
There's
there's
some detectives on HF.
oh yeah, well I'm one of them now. Fuck, bro.
Yeah, I mean it's fun. It's fun
yeah,
to
it's fun.
that dynamic, the social interaction, everything.
Yeah.
It's a fun place. A lot of fun stuff going on.
Yeah,
So, Xerotic, what should we expect in the future going forward
yeah.
after
What?
the game?
Yeah.
Well, the game's gonna be a long-term development since it's not even like we're just partly done. It's like not even probably 5% done. It's gonna be huge, and we would have had more updates out already, but I had to do that contracts update. But
Yeah.
the game's
But
going to be a big thing, and once HF moves servers, like once we upgrade our servers, we're going to be able to focus on some really really cool stuff. Like we're going to be able to make the API version 2. So once the API is done, then
a lot of people are gonna like that.
Yeah.
mobile apps
Yeah.
can start being created. Like once we have an official Hack Forums app, it's just going to be so incredibly dope. There's going to be I want to completely rewrite the notification system. We use the My Alerts plugin right now. It's written by someone over at mybb.com, and I mean it works and everything, but it's
It could be a
not
lot better.
It's
great.
not
Right, right.
optimized. It's not optimized.
It's not perfectly optimized. It's not really to my standards, and we're gonna make it better, and we're gonna make it also include push notifications.
Oh, that's that.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna love that.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna love that.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
I want to ask two more questions, and then Don, or I mean Nas, if you have anything, you can go ahead and ask this. But one of my first question is what is your end goal with everything that you plan to implement into HF? Where do you want to see all of this bubble? What's your end goal at the moment?
I just want to see HF grow and become larger. In the past years since I've become admin, like Omni posts the analytics. I can see Omni and I discuss the analytics often, and we're actually on an uptrend again now. So instead of having a downtrend with Google SEO and registrations and posts, we're actually back on an uptrend. So that's real exciting, especially since we're in like sort of a winter time when kids are in school and all that stuff. Um, so once summertime hits, once all these new registrations that have been going on finally have time to just sit down and check out the website, I think HF is really going to boom over 2019. And once 2020 hits, I think it's going to be just wild.
Oh, bro, that summer times on hack forums is when fucking shit goes buck wild, bro. That's
I've
what
been notice. I've been noticing a lot more. On the bottom, like the board statistics. Like I've seen a lot more people active now than before. Like I remember it used to be like 200, 300. Now looking at it, it's almost 400. Like 30 minutes ago, it was like 600.
Yeah. So
So there's more people coming on the forum, and you know,
And it's a slow time of the day right now too. But like actual registrations too, you got to figure even though registrations are up, a new member doesn't instantly start like launching their HF career. You know, you might be a new member for a little while before you really start taking stuff seriously. Like we get over 1,000 new registrations a day. Like
that's amazing.
People don't really think about that. You can check the member list yourself. We get over 1,000 registrations a day, and last year we were lucky to get 800 a day. So we've already had that boost of what 25%.
Yeah,
Yep.
around there.
Yep. All right, so I have my final question, and then Nas, if he wants to ask anything, he can go ahead and do that. But so let's fast forward in time right now. Where do you see the site in a year from now?
In a year from now, I see the HF game being really, really, really developed. A lot of people are going to be playing it. Hopefully, we have a mobile app by then. I have a lot of opinions about how the mobile app should be content wise. I'm not a big fan of if you open an app, the HF index page, that should not be what you see when you open the app. When you open any app, you should just be instantly presented with content like threads, posts, stuff like that. So hopefully in a year we have an app, we have the HF game going strong, which will be incorporated in the app so you can play that wherever. So like when you think of the app, think of it built into like 3 different parts. You know, like if you ever played any fantasy sports, ESPN app, you can switch between like football, soccer, whatever. On HF, it'll be like you're switching between the forums, the market, and the game. That's how I would imagine it.
All right.
So the Omni bought the hacking game from like what was the game called? The website called?
Hackerforever.com.
So what's gonna be the future for that
That's
after the
like
game?
Omni bought it mainly for the ideas, but uh, really we don't need too many ideas from them because we're both fairly creative. Omni and Omni comes up with a ton of great ideas. I have my own ideas too, but together we can really come up with something in our own vision. I played Hacker Forever a little bit. It was all right. I wasn't super impressed just with how the guy had designed it. So we are using our own interpretation of how we think the game should be, and we are designing it in a different way. And I think it's going to be a lot more fun. But the game had like 60,000 members or something like that. So
It was definitely active. A lot of people there was like posts on hack forums about it all the time.
yeah, like it was a cool game and everything, but I like everything to be perfect. So like
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a bad game at all. I'm just like
It's outdated.
there
Is a better
right, there are things that could be improved upon, and we're going to do that, and we're going to make it perfect.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, do you have any more questions, Nas?
No, I'm good.
Xerotic, you got anything you want to end on here?
Any shout outs?
I just want to say welcome back to all the new members. Like I've been seeing it a lot in the past few months. A bunch of members, old members, have been coming back to HF. Like, hey, I left vacation ban or got tired of the site. I super happy I came back though. Things are looking great for the site. I'm just super pumped that old members are getting like reinvigorated into HF. Can show some of the newer members, so the HF vibe.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I'm one of those members who came back, and it's fucking amazing.
So am I.
All right.
And yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, thanks for being on the podcast. I would like to thank everybody for listening, and that'll be the end of the Hack Forms podcast for this edition.
We'll see you guys.